Hey everyone, Retro John here, and I finally got in the Age of Apocalypse Marvel Legends Marvel's Apocalypse. This is awesome. I was kind of iffy about getting him because I wasn't sure if he was just going to be basically a reissue, repaint of the original Apocalypse that we already got with the Build-A-Figure, but I figured, you know what? I have the other Age of Apocalypse figures. I need to add Apocalypse himself to the lineup. So I went ahead on Entertainment Earth and pre-ordered him. And I just got him today, so I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging, open them up, and take a look. So, the packaging, first on top, we have the Age of Apocalypse logo. We have the Marvel Legends logo here on top. It is the X-Men Marvel Apocalypse Hasbro logo. We got the figure clearly displayed in the packaging. We got some more of that amazing artwork that these figures have been known for. I actually really do like these. And then, of course, we have a wonderful picture on the back of the character, as well as a bio, which I'll go ahead and do this so you can pause and read it if you wish to do so. And that's it with the packaging. I'm going to go ahead and open this guy up, and we'll take a look at him outside of the box. Okay, so here is Apocalypse out of the packaging, and as you can tell, he's pretty darn top heavy. Let's go ahead and go over all the articulation first, and then we'll go over balancing issues. So, first off, we have his head here, which is on a ball joint. It can kind of move up and down. The collar does kind of hinder his head movement quite a bit. His arms do go out quite a bit. They are not hindered by his shoulder pads. There is a bicep swivel. We have elbow joints here. However, his cuffs get in the way. He does have a wrist swivel as well as a wrist bend. Slightly, because again, cuffs. He does have the ab crunch, so we can go up this far, that far down. He does have waist swivel. His legs go out pretty darn far. He does have the thigh twist here, as well as double knee joints, which is awesome. He's got this boot cut swivel. He's got a bend at the ankles as well as a swivel. So sculpt wise, he looks really good. I like his kind of almost marble-ish shoulder pads here. Doesn't come off too well on camera, I don't think. His paint job is just amazing. He's a great addition to the figures. However, I have been having issues standing him up. You really have to kind of have him hunched practically for him to stand. And that's because he's top heavy. Plus his cape is a very heavy, pliable, rubbery plastic, which is a separate piece, by the way. You actually have to assemble it on the shoulder pads. It's 2 pegs, the pads have holes, and you just plug it in. The cape has also come off multiple times while trying to pose him. So just kind of something to watch out for. So, yeah, the face sculpt here looks amazing. He's got that maniacal smile, laughing head. He's got this great collar. However, it's kind of loose. Actually, you can see it just comes right off. It's attached to 2 pegs up here. So you just plug that, presumably. Oh, there goes the cape. Presumably, you just plug those back in, and there you go. Yeah. And then the cape plugs right back in, ish. There you go. I will say some of his, they're not loose, but not as tight as I would like. His legs specifically, especially considering how top heavy he is. That's kind of a bummer. His arms are again okay. And when I moved these out, this arm actually popped off. Luckily, it's essentially still a Build-A-Figure. It's the mold that I believe it's the same mold they used for the other Apocalypse. But so you're just able to pop it right back on. But still, it's just kind of something to note. I like the veins details in his muscles, his arms, which is really cool. We have these here. Now, I got a little bit of a paint scuff right here. It's a bummer. And again, this is a $30 figure here. So I had a, you pay for $30, you don't want loose joints, you don't want paint scuffs. So it's unfortunate. It really is. However, he does come with some pretty neat accessories. One of which is, you'll notice he has one closed fist over here, and he has an open fist over here. He does have a skull that has no pegs or anything. It's just a skull. Kind of disturbing, but cool. And he can hold this skull in his hand like such. Just kind of balance it on there. So he's holding a skull. And if you don't want him to hold that or have the open hand, he does come with a closed fist. You just pop the hand off and pop the new one on. There we go. And we're just going to leave the cape off. And so there, now he has two closed fists. If you're not a fan of this head sculpt here, Marvel also has your back with this closed mouth version. I think I might actually, like this face better. Let's see how it looks on the figure. So you just take the head. It might actually be easier just to pop the collar off first. Then remove the head. This comes right off. Pop the new head on, the ball peg. It's on there, it's not on there. Why isn't it on there? It's not having issues. I think I might be having stress issues on the peg already. Alright, I think it's on there now. There we go. And we'll pop the collar back on. Maybe. There we go. Alright. The collar is back on. So, and it's nice to know also that these are also loose and don't get in the way. Also, they're on a peg and they also pop off. So, and actually, if you look, they're on a hinge joint. So they should just pop right back into place. I hope. There we go. Yeah. So there we go. And now let's go ahead and try getting the cape on. Actually, let's go ahead and remove the wrist, which just popped right off, by the way. It didn't even really... There we go. Let's get the cape back on. I think I like having him have one open hand. Show of power. There we go. See if we can't get him balanced properly. Alright, we'll put the skull in his hand. Alright, so there we have our Age of Apocalypse. He's a cool looking figure. I'm not gonna lie. Between the two Apocalypse, I actually wish I was able to find my Build-A-Figure Apocalypse from the X-Men line to compare. I've recently claimed and I can't find it. That's the way it always does. But I think I actually prefer the original Build-A-Figure one over this one. I love the colors. I really do. I love red and blue. They just go well together. I wish we would have had another open hand. I think I would have preferred him with a cape holding type pose. I like that. But I mean, all in all, I mean, the figure looks good. It comes with decent accessories. His shoulder pads and neck collar here and the cape have a tendency to pop off when posing. I got the little paint scuff down here on his boot. And I'm afraid that the legs over time will just get too loose because they're just not tight enough. And he really won't stand at all, as he's already top heavy when you have the shoulder pads, the collar, and the cape on. Plus, he's already built on top to begin with, so he's got a lot of weight to him. Yeah. So the skull looks cool. I like the skull. So yeah, I think this will go really well with your other Age of Apocalypse figures. If you have those, I think this is a definite must. I still hope they continue this line of figures. There's so many other Age of Apocalypse figures I'd really like. I'd love to see a Magneto. I'd like to see who they would end up getting for the next Build-A-Figure, possibly Holocaust. But we'll see. Alright, folks. Well, this is your Age of Apocalypse figure from... this Age of Apocalypse. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And please comment down below. Let me know what you think of this figure. Compare it to your other Apocalypse and tell me which one you prefer. And I will see you next time.